Hello you beautiful people, and welcome back to another Hiker Plays video. Today we are doing a tier list of the best heroes you can get in Saiyan's Battle for Supremacy. Now, to not waste your time, let's go straight into our tier list. Guys, this is the current tier list that we have created. This is completely my opinion. Feel free to, make changes as you please. If you have problems with the tier list or don't understand some of it, there is a link to my Discord in the description below. We do post regularly, and there is an ongoing thread where we're constantly trying to help new players, and there is lots of tier list advice there as well. So go check that out. The tier list was posted up last night, and a bunch of people in the community have already sort of chimed in. And anyway, let's start from the top. So, your S tier, this is the sort of meta team that you want to try and build early on in this game. So, the most broken unit in the game at the moment, and the best DPS unit in the game at the moment, is Broly. Broly is absolutely, hands down, the #1 unit in this game. You want to have Broly, and I know he's a very difficult unit to get, but you want to try and get your hands on a Broly no matter what. There are other DPS that you can be picking up, so you can be picking up things like Zamasu in the second tier, who are, pretty good. Toppo is also very, very good. So if you want other DPS options, they do exist. And again, if you're willing to go down a couple of tiers still, Beerus is alright. And, there's definitely options for you. But if you want to build that strong OP meta team that's going to get you through the entire game, Broly is sort of the core of it. The next character is the best healer in the game. So we got Whis. Whis is hands down the best healer. The only reason Toppo isn't up here and doing a lot more is because Whis exists. Whis really nullifies someone like Toppo, which is why he sort of sits in the A tier. His debuffing and his healing is out of this world. Like, if you had to pick two units, these are the two that you really want in your team. The next one you've got is Super Saiyan Blue. You need him. You need the Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue. He is the best rage buffer in the game. He's going to be giving your team lots and lots of rage, which means they're going to be able to release. Typically, this whole meta team, so the team you see in the S tier, is built around these 5 units. So effectively, he's going to give a bunch of rage. Broly's going to be able to release more. Whis is going to be able to heal more. And when he eventually dies, he shares even more fury. He is absolutely pivotal in this build. Android 16, this is the only non-core unit that's this high. There's a reason. He's hands down the best buffer. He buffs the highest attack. In this team, it's going to be Broly. If you do add a second DPS to your team, be a bit aware that 16 might start buffing him. So if you have like Zamasu and Broly in the same team, you might find that 16 is buffing Zamasu, and you might not want that. So it's always good to have one DPS and then a bunch of buffers to try and, really supplement that damage. And then lastly, you got, for me, hands down, the best tank in the game right now, Vegito. Vegito is phenomenal as a tank. The fact that he comes back alive again and is just so sticky to deal with, hands down, these 5 are your best 5. Now, moving on to the A tier. We have Toppo, who's a great DPS. As I said, he's like a very good secondary DPS as well. You got Majin Vegeta, which to me is the second best tank in the game at the current moment in time. And the reasoning is he has an ability where he can pull a unit in the back. So if you've got Broly teams and the Broly sitting in the back row, Majin Vegeta is going to pull him into the main mix and get him really caught up. He's not only got that crowd control, he's also very, very tanky and does a decent amount of damage. In terms of a tank, if you don't have Vegito, go with Majin Vegeta. He's very accessible. He's very, very easy for you to get. Zamasu, again, huge damage dealer. Fantastic character. Really, really recommend him. Ultra Instinct Goku. Ultra Instinct Goku is one of those weird ones because I could have it really far down or I could have it around here. I've put it around here. Listen, if you're willing to put the money and time into a unit like this, it is strong. The problem is it costs way too much, and if you were to sort of weigh up cost, he'd probably be way further down in the tier list. But Ultra Instinct Goku is not something you should be working on. He is strong, but he's way too expensive for what you're getting. You'd be able to max out other characters much easier and have much more, better time with them. So Ultra Instinct Goku, not so good. Trunks. So this is the blue core Trunks. Absolutely OP. If you don't have Whis, he's the second best healer in the game. He's going to heal and do so much for your team. Like, he is actually OP. Kefla, again, another really, really strong character. If anyone's played Voyage of the Four Seas, which is like a different, it's like a One Piece version of this game, she is literally Nami, the New World Nami. she has a lot in her kit, and she's very, very desirable. She's gonna be hard to hit, but she is very, very good, especially as a support unit. Babidi, again, another really good support unit, could easily be moved up into the S tier, but isn't quite the meta that you'd want him to be. Very, very deserving of the A rank. And then Champa. I had a quick look at Champa's kit, and I was like, this is madness. He is a single target destroyer. Like, he is fantastic. Originally, I wanted to have him a little lower, but looking at that kit, he has to be in the A tier. Just has to be. Right. And then B tier, guys, I'm not going to go through every single tier and every single champion, but the B tier are units that you can use. So if the S tier are the must-haves, the A tier are the, hey, if you build the team right, they're good. B tiers are like, listen, if you're a new player and you've got access to some of these champions or these characters, very, very decent. But in reality, you kind of want the A and the S tiers. But yeah, if you need damage dealers and other bits, you've got people like Burris here. They're all pretty good. Frost is really good for boss fights, so you can look into Frost. And then C tier, these are the guys I really wouldn't recommend as much. But listen, I wouldn't be too upset if I played the first 3-4 days and had them. Boo could easily be moved up here. So Boo definitely has a shout to be moved up. He's a very good early tank. He's a tank that you get very, very early on. He's quite decent. Hit probably could be moved up a little. There's a couple of characters that could easily be moved up. But all in all, these are the characters that you want to sort of have in your team for a couple of days and then ideally transition into some of the bigger ones here. And lastly, you've got the food section. The food section is characters that you probably will never use. Their primary entire like focus is going to be use this food to feed and star up the characters you see above. These guys, if you get them, don't be upset. They are food. You're just going to feed them and you're going to star up and promote other characters that are considerably stronger. So for now, this is the tier list. Again, as I said, I have a Discord. Go challenge me on my Discord. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to know what my team currently looks like, my team does currently look like the meta team. So we do have, if we were to click on it here, we do have Vegito, and we have Margin Vegeta up front. We've got Gogeta, 16, and Broly. We are going to be changing Margin Vegeta at some point when we can, and we're going to grab Whis. At the moment, we don't have Whis, so for now, this has to be my team. But when Whis comes in, Gogeta will naturally, so the team will actually look more like that. It'll be that, and then Whis would go into that slot there. But yeah, there you go. That's my team. That's my tier list. Guys, as I said, hit me up on Discord. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, if you liked the video, throw a like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.